Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, glory, worship, and love for Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Ha, Rekah, Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the elect. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. And there's going to be a remnant saved, 144,000 elect men and 1/3 of the nation of Israel, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And as you see, it says right here, I got the mark of the beast, and it will hold my Bitcoin coin desk. Okay, and that's that's in the Bible, right here, Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And the he is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, but he's really read the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's going to cause it, just like you can't go in a store without a mask. You're not going to be able to go to a store or buy anything anywhere without that microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay, so all these people that are getting this, they're going to burn in the lake of fire. This is Revelation chapter 16 and verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, Go your ways, and pour out the vials of the wrath of Yahweh upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worship his image. And wherever you get that mark, or not the brothers, but wherever a person gets that, Lord willing, wherever a person gets that mark of the beast, their flesh is going to rot off. And this is Revelations chapter 14 and verse 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, which is talking about America, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yahweh and the faith of Yahweh Shai. Okay, so we're not supposed to cut our skin. We're not supposed to get this. If you get this, you're worshiping Esau. Okay. But there's going to be a number of the elect that will have to die for this testimony. And that's the bitter part of this. This is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 9. But the servant is not greater than the master. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh and for the testimony which they held. Because they're going to say this is mandatory, or it's the death sentence. And we're going to have our testimony, Yahweh Shai. And when he had opened the 5th seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh, and we keep his commandments, and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Yahweh, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. Okay? But right as soon as they touch the elect, this is what happens. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun become black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon become as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. Those stars from heaven are nuclear missiles, ICBMs. Even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind, and the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every freeman hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and rocks, Fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb, for the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? So when this time comes, the great and dreadful day, judgment day, these devils are going to pay for what they've done to the Lord's elect and the Lord's people. Because the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the Lord loves, but 2/3, they're hard head, and they have to be killed to be cleaned. Another one is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 11. And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony, and they loved not their lives unto the death. Okay? We're not going to love our lives so much that you're going to want to get a microchip and serve the devil. Revelation chapter 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, shall cast some of you into prison. See, it's not a red man with a pitchfork and a tail. Because when was the last time you seen a red man with a pitchfork and a tail put someone in prison? Who does put people in prison? Esau. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Okay? So this is the time we're going into. We're at the beginning. But the Lord is going to save 144,000 elect with 1/3. 2/3 are going to die. Matthew chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Pompeo just said that Al-Qaeda is in Iran. So they want to go to war with Iran, which is going to bring Russia World War III. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Because when the end is going to come, when they make this microchip, mark of the beast, mandatory, that's when the end will come. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and it's beginning now. There's people in food lines in America, many people, and it used to not be like that, because Babylon is falling. And pestilences, they got that virus. Bill Gates, he said he got more to come. And earthquakes in diverse places, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. Okay? So this is bitter, but there's also sweet. I'm going to skip down to Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is going to shorten the days for the elect. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Those are those nukes dropping again. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds on the chariots. With he's going to have his own chariot, but with his angels of heaven, with power and great glory. They're going to cover the sky like a sheet. And I actually had a dream of that. They were wing to wing, and they blacked out the sky. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay. And I like to get this one because it gives you some don't worry, whatever happens, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai ordained it to happen. So you have to be strong and don't worry. This is going to be Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 13. For I, Yahweh, thy power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee. So don't fear. If something, whatever comes upon you, don't fear. And our flesh is going to fear, but we have to, that spirit is going to come onto us, where we're going to speak boldly, bold as lions. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel, Yahweh Shai. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth, and thou shalt thresh the mountains, and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. The 144,000 elect are going to get spiritual power, and then Esau is going to be in trouble. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them. And thou shalt rejoice in Yahweh, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. Okay? We're going to become little Yahweh Shais. And this is Esau's worst nightmare coming true. Oh yeah, I want to get that Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 18. According to their deeds, according he will repay fury to his adversary. Who's his adversaries? Starting with Esau and all the other nations. Recompense to his enemies. To the islands he will repay recompense. So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. And if you go in the blue letter, you could see it says disappear. I know that one. And you're going to get spiritual powers basically. Then I wanted to get this Job, because this devil, he's not going to succeed in his new world order. This is Job chapter 20 and verse 22. In the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And it means suffer or labor, which is already happening. It was a psyop, but they went inside the Congress building. They're trying to get it started, this civil war, because they want to bring order out of chaos and everybody microchip like a dog. but it ain't going to happen. When he is about to fill his belly, Yahweh shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right when they're celebrating, thinking they got their new world order, Yahweh Shai is going to rain nukes on them. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bolt of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn, it cometh out of the body, it's coming out of that silo. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. These devils are going to be terrified. All darkness shall be hid in his secret places. A fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. They're going into slavery for 1,000 years and then going to be wiped out. The heavens, I got that Zondervan Bible dictionary, and when you look up Esau or Edom, it says it means red, and the only nation not promised any mercy from the Most High. So these devils, they got no mercy from the Most High. Even the Chinese are going to get their land and go back to where they come from. But Esau, Edom will be enslaved for 1,000 years and then destroyed. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of a wicked man from Yahweh, and the heritage appointed unto him by Yahweh. Okay? So Yahweh, Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shai, he's got us. We're going to go through some times, but we are the Lord's witnesses. This is Job chapter 18 and verse 11. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. And we were talking at camp yesterday, that general, within 24 hours, I'm going to have all of United States America vaccinated, or the shot. And they're dragging their feet. You know why they're dragging their feet? It's not because they're afraid of us. They're afraid of this. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. The king of terrors is Yahweh Shai. And they know once they touch us, the Lord is going to touch them. So that's why they're dragging their feet. They're taking so long. This is Psalms chapter 37 and verse 12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. They're plotting to give us a shot. They're plotting to microchip us, and they're gnashing on us with his teeth. They're making these draconian laws against us. They're talking about no more First Amendment. So that's the famine of the word, and we're commanded to go out there. But Yahweh shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Talking about the men of Great Millstone. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. So what we got is better than what they got. And they live in mansions and have their own islands and everything. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but Yahweh upholdeth the righteous. Okay? So all we got to do is keep doing what the Lord told us to do. And then I wanted to get one more scripture. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 49 and verse 24. Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? But thus saith Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. We're going to be delivered in those chariots. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children. So he's not going to only save you, he's going to save your children with you, if you're one of the elect, or 1/3. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Okay, but I'm gonna read that one more time. Verse 24: Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive be delivered? But thus saith Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contendeth with thee, and I will save thy children. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh, and they shall be drunken with their own blood, as with sweet wine. And all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am thy Savior and the Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. So with that, I want to say shalom to the elect.